Hello, hi, and welcome to this video. I hope you can't hear my computer, like, actually dying in the background. Oh, anyway, in this video, we're going to do a 24-hour challenge. Before we hop into, like, the video part, like, the vlogging part that I've already filmed, I wanted to, like, quickly go over the projects I'll be knitting in this 24-hour challenge. Because the first clip of this vlogging part where I was explaining it was filmed at like 6 in the morning, and I was so extremely tired that I could not speak coherently. Yep. So I'm just going to quickly explain right here what we'll be doing. First project I'm working on in this 24-hour challenge is finishing up a pair of socks. Actually, my first ever pair of socks. Sneak peek. I am wearing said pair of socks right now. Da, 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 da. This is my favorite sock pattern, I think it's called. Let me actually be good and do my research. Quickly pulled it up right here. Oh my god, I have so much open. Yes, okay, I got it. The sock pattern is the favorite sock pattern. I'll have it linked down in the description, and I'll probably also link the video tutorial, because I was skipping back and forth between the video tutorial and the written pattern. But yes, that's the first project in this video that I am working on. The yarn I'm using is Hobie's Friend Sock Wool. These two colors, you can see how much I have left. That's the first thing I'll be working on in this 24-hour challenge video. Wow, 24-hour challenge video. Next project. Once I finish these socks, you'll see me transition into starting making something with this beautiful yarn right here. You can probably guess, if I'm using drop snow in the year 2025, you are probably guessing that I am knitting some sailor slippers, and that would be correct. For my mother-in-law, I'll be knitting her some sailor slippers, because as of filming this intro, it's already been her birthday, but as of filming the vlog part of this video, it hadn't been her birthday yet. So I was making her these pair of slippers in this beautiful, like, muted dark forest green. I think it's called dark swamp. Trying to translate the Danish name in my head. And then just black. These two beautiful colors. I bought 6 skeins in total. I ended up only using 4. And I have these 2 left. So I ended up using 3 black and 1 green skein. And after that is done, I'll transition into making another pair of socks using this beautiful hand-dyed skein of yarn that I got when I was in Scotland with my mother. Trust me, in this vlog part, I'll talk a lot more about this right here, this yarn. This right here is the yarn dyer. I'll have her or his, I actually don't know if it's a guy or if a girl, who makes this. I have their Instagram in the description, and also their website, because this is such a beautiful skein of yarn that I ended up buying, and I'm so happy about it. It's 75% blue-faced Leicester and 25% nylon, the perfect sock yarn combo. I think the yarn is English, but it's hand-dyed in Scotland. Ignore the paint on my shirt. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's actually get into the challenge part of this video. I just wanted to do like a little bit of a disclaimer and everything. Okay, and quick warning, the next clip in this video, the beginning of the vlog part, I am tired and barely coherent, so excuse the lack of energy in the next clip. See you at the end of this video, where we'll talk about all the finished objects. 24 hours, oh yeah. Hello, it is currently 5:54, almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I went to bed, or at least fell asleep, like 4 hours ago, so I'm really tired. 24-hour challenge. At the beginning of these 24 hours, I have 2 projects that I really want to focus on. one that I need to finish and one that I need to start and finish. Yesterday, my boyfriend and I, we went on a little bike ride to get some yarn for me. It's my mother's-in-law's birthday in a couple of days, so I wanted to bring her some sailor's slippers. Oh, wrong yarn. Sailor's slippers when we're going to visit her. And she likes green and black, and my boyfriend was sure that she wanted like the darker green. That's the one thing that we need to focus on before we do anything else in this video. The other one is that I recently learned how to make socks, and I want to finish my first pair. So I have one sock, I have like half a sock here. I don't know if I want to do like the impressive thing first and like quickly try and see if I can whip out a sailor slipper. It would be my first time ever doing this pattern, so I don't know how long it's gonna take, or if I should do like the reasonable thing and finish what I'm working on. I honestly don't think it's gonna take too long, cause like all the maths and like how long everything needed to be, I already did with this one. So I need to not be dumb. I need to be smart. I'll be good and like start on the sock at least until I'm awake, because honestly the idea of reading a pattern right now no. Let's get started on the knitting. YouTube first.
Myself, because I thought I would be saving money.
Okay, first update. I'm like an hour and 33 minutes in, and I'm tired. I'm like 1/3 through the foot of my sock. Just finished all of the decreasing. That's on here as well. All of the decreasing. And now it's just time to go around and around and around and around we go. It's like roughly 45 minutes past 7. Maybe I can... Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a little morning nap, that's for sure. Those 4 hours of sleep is not enough. Nuh-uh. Think if I'm really good, I might be able to finish this sock today. Think I can finish this sock within a total of like 5 hours or so, roughly. 3.5 hours more, and I think I can finish this sock roughly, or at least get to the point where I need to do the toe grafting thingy thing. Cute in this outfit. It's like completely shapeless. I probably look like one big blob, but like I feel cute. Okay, I got my energy drink. I have clothes on. That's all I have to say. We're gonna continue working on the socks. I need to be good and finish them. Oh my god, I'm getting so tired just sitting in the couch. We are at 3 hours and almost 2 minutes. This is how much of the sock that I have done. Here, comparison to my other finished sock. We are like only a few repeats away. So I'm like over halfway done. 3 hours in, only 21 more hours to go. What the hell? Okay. Okay, wow. Okay, let's see. I ended up knitting way more yesterday than was the plan. Why am I so crooked? My boyfriend came home early. He wanted to watch some Christmas stuff, listen to some Christmas music. So we ended up like just chillaxing together. But yeah, so I ended up knitting way more than what was the plan yesterday. So I'm already up on like 7 hours and 18 minutes, 7 hours, 20 minutes roughly. The good thing about that is I have 2 fully finished socks. It's so exciting. I have not yet like weaved in ends. I think I'm gonna do that at some point today. But yeah, I have officially knit my first pair of socks. Isn't that like insane? The only reason I wanted to learn to knit socks is because this autumn I was in Scotland with my mom again, and I went around all of Scotland looking for some yarn I could bring home, reminding me of the trip. We went up north to Isle of Skye and Inverness and stuff like that. And I ended up buying this beautiful, like, hand-dyed yarn from Scotland. I wanted to learn socks so I could knit these beautiful. Look at that colorway. This, like, colorway just reminded me so much of, like, being at Isle of Skye. Like, these blue and brown and a little bit of green. When we drove around there, it was just so beautiful. So when she brought this out, I was like, because I was looking at the colorway she had in store, I ended up buying this in Edinburgh. Because I could not find anything in Isle of Skye or in Inverness, like actual proper sock yarn, which is insane. A lot of the stores I went to were like out of yarn, or they were like really small, and there wasn't a lot of stores. I don't know if it's just my Danish ass being frustrated, because I have like within like a biking distance of like 15 minutes I have 3. I went looking everywhere, and I ended up finding a yarn store in Edinburgh, like kind of not round Centrum, a little bit longer out. If I can find the name of it, I'll put it here somewhere. And yeah, she had this beautiful colorway. It's sock yarn. It was so expensive, like insanely expensive. I have never spent so much money on like 100 grams of yarn, and I don't ever want to do that again. I think it was like £28 for this. It hurts me as well to even think about it. That's the only reason I knit these, is so I can make sure I don't completely fluff up this yarn when I try and knit a pair of socks in this beautiful colorway. So yeah, but that's not the next thing we're gonna knit. Next thing is gonna be the sailor slippers. I have my 8mm needles right here, and of what I've seen, it only takes like 6-7 hours for people to like knit both pairs. So hopefully I can finish this like today, and if I can finish this today, maybe it's time to start the timer and knit some beautiful slippers for my mother-in-law. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, enough storm, relax. Let's do a little speed up thing. The fact that this video is gonna make it look like I have done nothing but stay in bed all day, it's quite annoying. I promise, I have left the bed. I have done other things than just knitting today. Anyway, I wanted to show that my slipper is done. The fact that this is gonna apparently turn out to be a slipper is insane. Looking at this, I definitely do not see a slipper. Of course, right now it's completely curling in on itself. I've reached the point where I need to sew this together. My hand, from holding these big needles, is also hurting so badly. I don't like small needles, I don't like big needles. My preferred needle size is probably roughly, 5 millimeters? That's what I like. That's a good needle size in my opinion. It's time to sew this baby up. Also, we are at 11 hours and 14 minutes. That being said, this colorway, I want the sweater, like a striped drop shoulder sweater in this exact colorway. And 2, I think I might at some point, probably not this year, maybe after the new year, knit some shoes for myself. Also, I took a break in the middle of this one to weave in the ends of my socks because my wrists were hurting and I needed a break. This is how they look. This is my socks. Aren't they just beautiful? I'm so scared to felt these. This will be my first time. I've never unintentionally felted wool because I'm still fairly new to knitting. I've only been knitting for like a year and a half. So I'm still fairly new to knitting. So I've never unintentionally felted anything. So at least I'm happy that my first time felting something is gonna be on purpose. It's still kind of scary. I'm almost done with this heel panel and then we'll move on to the foot. This heel panel did not take me long. Also, I have not recorded sewing and weaving in the time because in my head, my sewing skills are not a part of how fast or how much I can knit within a certain time. You get to see the other side of my room. It's another day. I ended up knitting more last night. Even more. Yes, that's for real. Like I showed you, finished one slipper. I don't think I have showed you that I have started on the second slipper. This is how far I'm, like around halfway. A little over halfway on my second slipper. And we are, let me hold it. Can I hold it far enough away where you can't see the pattern? We are at like 14 hours and almost 30 minutes. I'm just gonna continue doing a bunch of knitting and then we should be good to go. I'm so excited. I don't know. I'm gonna finish this before this 24 hours is up and then I need to figure out what the hell I'll do. Cause I know I've been talking a lot about starting that other pair of socks that I'm really excited about, but I do also have a sweater that I need to start, or I don't have to start it, but it's a sweater for myself, so I would like to start it soon. Also, for some reason I did such a worse job at picking up stitches on this one than I did on the first one, and I made more mistakes on this one. I'll talk to you guys once this is finished, and then we'll see how far I've gotten. Ignore the laundry. Look at that. Isn't this like so exciting? We got 2 finished shoes right here, or almost finished. They just need to go in the dryer. 16 hours and 17 minutes. I can't believe I still have 8 hours left of this challenge. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so terrified. Now it's just, hopefully I don't fluff it up. So it's time for the scary part now. Let's go to my bathroom. Okay, did you ignore that I have to empty this? We just put these in here. Okay, hi. I'm so terrified. Should have done some more reading before I started this. I'm not sure. Oh, my socks are in the way. I've just spent 15 minutes staring at the washing machine. I need to start my next knitting project if I'm not gonna go insane. I think it's time. I'm gonna start on a new pair of socks. This is very foot heavy. These 24 hours, very foot heavy. I love knitting. I hate knitting. I wanna watch some YouTube. I'll talk to you in an hour, roughly, when I'm a bit into my sock and my slippers are out of the washing machine. So let's see how badly they shrunk. I'm so terrified. See you in an hour. Okay, I only got this far on the socks. This is how it's looking. Beautiful, beautiful. Now it's time to see. I'm terrified. Here we have the shoes. I need to try these on because they look so small. And I know I'm like a size bigger than her, but still, I can't believe they actually fit. Like they are a bit too small on me, which makes sense. I am a little bit, I have a bit like a size 2 bigger feet than her. But oh my god. Beautiful slippers. Okay, I don't know why, but this one seems a bit more wonky. This is insane. I think the only thing I need to be careful with is that these are like big enough to get over your feet. The fact that I've made these is insane. I can't believe I actually made this. I mean, the washing machine did help out, but like, I made this. Time for these to dry and then off. Then I can't wait to bring them to my mother-in-law. Okay, I just want to do a little bit of talking. I am roughly at 18 hours and 20 minutes. I keep wanting to say like 18 minutes, 17 minutes. I'm at 18 hours. I'm at 18 hours. That's insane. Also, I'm watching drama YouTube. Okay, ignore the laundry that you can see in the mirror. Also ignore, I just turned on the washing machine, completely forgetting that I was filming. But my boyfriend needs clean clothes. Anyway, we are 20 hours and 12 minutes in. And like you saw yesterday, I started on my sock. And I decided to do the leg part a little bit shorter. And I have started on the heel. I am doing a heel and gusset. I'm following the favorite socks by Kristen Lehrer. I think on my other pair of socks, I ended up doing the heel gusset thing, heel flap, shorter than what it says in the pattern. I think in the pattern it says to like repeat the 2 rows 20 times, and I think I only do like 15 repeats. At least I only did 15 repeats on my other pair of socks. I have 4 hours left. I'm probably not gonna finish this entire sock, but I'm gonna finish the heel flap and get a good part through the gusset. And honestly, again, this yarn is so freaking beautiful. I don't even think I can describe how beautiful it is. We'll continue on the heel flap and then we'll start doing the picking up stitches and decreasing stitches. Also, if you were wondering, for the heel flap I use double pointed needles, and for the toe part, like toe decreases, I use double pointed needles as well. But for like the leg of the foot, for like the leg of the sock and the foot part of the sock, I used my Addy. Okay, that's all I had to say. Let's start the timer and do some knitting and finally get these 24 hours over with. Okay, I'm going to a friend's place in a second. I'm in the living room, by the way. I'm going to a friend's place in a second to like eat dinner there. I just wanted to show you because we have 1 hour left. We are at 23 hours. Woo! And yeah, I'm going to a friend's place. Oh, let me show you before I start talking and doing some more knitting. This is how far we are. I have done the heel flap and I'm on my last rounds of decreases, so I'm almost done with the gusset as well. Heel flap, heel turn, gusset. The next hour is basically just going to be me knitting on the foot, and then we'll see how far I'll get on the foot. There we go, that was the last decrease. Now we're just officially working on the foot. I'll bring this one with me to my friend's place. I really need to leave. I was supposed to have left 5 minutes ago. I'm late. I'm going there to play Animal Crossing. Me and my friends are so excited for a new Animal Crossing update. I'm going to her place because my internet sucks and I cannot play online, so we're gonna do some local play and eat dinner together. Let's hurry up and get over there and knit for the last hour. Yes, I look like I just woke up. That's because I just woke up. This is not the end of the video really. But I do just want to do a quick little show of everything I have done in the 24 hours. Now that I think about it, I feel like I haven't done a lot, and I don't know if compared to some other YouTubers that has insane amount of what they can do within a 24-hour time span. And I don't know if it's because I've worked on smaller projects and a pattern and patterns I'm new to. In 24 hours, I have finished a pair of Segway slippers. They're so beautiful. My mother-in-law is gonna get them today. In real life, she would already have gotten them when this video is up. I knit the foot of one sock and they fit perfectly. And body of another sock. I've gotten a few rounds into just the foot part. Again, it doesn't feel like a lot. I don't know, am I slow at knitting? I would like to, in a couple of months, redo this challenge and see how much I can get done again. Because I honestly don't feel like I'm slow at knitting. But then timing myself like this, maybe I am. I feel like I should have been able to get more done. Not that I'm not happy with the amount I've gotten done. It's just seeing other people do this video and it's I finished an entire sweater. And it's what? Look at how beautiful this sock is turning out. I cannot wait to put it on my feet. So yeah, this is me. Also, I'm going to be wearing these socks today. So at the end of this video, I can talk a little bit more about how I actually feel about them. Because I'm gonna wear them today so I can show them off to my mother-in-law. I'll be have you looked at my feet? She knits as well, but she inspired me to start knitting socks. So I want to be look, this is all I could do in 24 hours. If you have ever done this challenge, did you do more than me? Did you do less than me? Now I really need to make a pair for myself. Oh my god. Okay, I am still trying to figure out this entire setup thing, so I apologize if I'm looking at the wrong lens. I have 4 right in front of me. I am apologizing if I'm looking in the wrong lens, if I'm looking over here, because I can see myself over here. And if the sound is terrible, this old mic is the best that I have right now. This video is over soon. I know. I just wanted to talk a little bit. I know I talked at the beginning of the things I've made. I just also wanted to talk a little bit here at the end of the things that I've made. So I don't know what we should talk about first. We can talk about the socks first. Okay, sock time. Of course, we have this lovely pair right here. Beautiful. They have been worn. They are definitely a little bit too big. I think the only thing I'll say about wearing my first ever knitted pair of socks is that I have never been so worried wearing socks. I was at my parents-in-law's house and they have a wooden floor, and at one point my socks caught onto the wooden floor and I freaked out and I was it's gonna break, and my mother-in-law was it's gonna be okay. These socks, beautiful, amazing, nice and warm. I don't really have anything to say. They are a little bit too big on my feet, a little bit too wide. Look at how wide they are. But other than that, I think for my first pair of socks ever, I think they're great. I do think I need to wear them a little bit more to talk about how they are. They are already peeling, but we'll see how these hold up. I mean, in a couple of weeks, we're gonna do a roundup of everything I've knitted this year. Then I can talk a little bit more about these beauties right here. the other pair of socks I knitted in this video. I want to apologize if I'm a little bit low energy. I have been home with my stepkids the last 4 days because they've been sick. So like 2 days with the oldest, then we had the weekend where the youngest got sick as well. So we had like 2 kids sick, and so yeah, and I might be getting sick now, so that's wonderful. So if my energy is a little bit then that's why. Anyway, here is the second pair of socks that I knitted. Look at how beautiful it is. In order to save on yarn, I did make this part a little bit like smaller, not as high. So like you can see like a height difference, but you can also see like a width difference. This is the width of my first one. This is the width of this one that I just knitted. Also on this one I did 1x1 ribbing, and on this one I've done 2x2 ribbing just to test out the difference. And if you're wondering, I put in a stitch marker. When I was filming this 24-hour challenge, we made it like 2/3 almost through an entire sock. So I think I've come to the conclusion that I can knit one sock in like roughly 12 hours. So a pair of socks in like 24 working hours. At some point I do really want to like record how long it takes from like beginning to end it takes for me to make socks. I have one sock finished, and I am working on the decreases of this second pair. Even though I almost like didn't want to cast on the second pair of this sock. I don't know, knitting 2 pairs of socks right after each other, not having anything else on my needles because I'm very much a monogamous knitter. Hard. I have, of course, not worn these yet, so I can't tell about how they wear, but they look beautiful. Look at how beautiful these colors are. That's like insane. And I think I weighed this, and I think this sock is like 30 grams, so the other one is probably also going to be roughly 30 grams. So I have like 20-ish grams left of each ball that I'm knitting from. So 40 in total. So if I just add another like sock yarn, then I can make another pair of socks out of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful yarn. Of course, then we have the sailor slippers right here at the very end. I don't know what much I can say because I haven't tried them out. My mother-in-law got them. She absolutely loved them. On the day she got them, I was staying the night at their place together with the kids. We were playing board games while she was wearing them and walking around. I think the only thing she had is that they were a little bit slippery on like her flooring, but she said she had like ways to like fix that. I do want to right here at the end like make a disclaimer. I know, and I have mentioned this already in the video, I'm technically new at knitting. I haven't even reached like my second year of knitting yet. I'm like what, a year and a half, and even that I first started taking knitting seriously like roughly a year ago. 1 year of proper knitting and 1.5 years of like knowing how to knit. So I know I'm new, and at some point I might get faster at knitting, but also this is not a craft that's about speed. It's about loving what you're creating and enjoying the process. All that being said, like knowing that I am technically a newer knitter, I am a little bit disappointed with the amount I got done in this video. Like what? 2 half-finished socks, basically. I finished 2/3 of this sock and like what, half of this sock, and a pair of sailor slippers in 24 working hours. Not just 24 hours, like let me record the next 24 hours. No, 24 working knitting hours. So what, I spent 7 hours on finishing up like half a sock. I spent, 9 hours on making pairs of sailor slippers, and another 8 hours to get like through 2/3 of one sock. And again, I think comparing myself to other YouTubers that I see and they do crazy amounts of stuff is like kind of making me crazy up here, because maybe this is a lot, but I don't know. I feel like when I watch other YouTubers compared to them, this is not a lot of knitting in 24 working hours. But also, I don't know, because I haven't compared myself to like any average knitter. Because like if you think of it as a work week, that is like half a work week. So like for a full work week, I can make like what? 1 pair of socks and 2 pairs of sailor slippers for a full work week. Yeah, but I also don't want to be like hit myself in the head telling myself I knit slowly in case like you knit less, and then this whole like what I do in 24 hours, I do want to keep recording myself like maybe once a month or something, see how much I could get done in 24 hours, just to maybe see if I evolve, if I get faster at knitting or something. I feel like the whole talk about knitting and fast speed knitting and forgetting that knitting is a slow hobby over consumption of yarn and speeding up a hobby that's supposed to be slow and all of that, and like talking about comparing yourself to other people and how like influencer knitting is both like an amazing thing, but also like with everything else that has something to do with the internet leads to comparison and maybe negative thoughts. All of that rambling, if I collect my thoughts around that, could probably be a video on its own. But this was supposed to be a fun challenge, and I did have fun, and it made me realize how much time it actually takes for me to do certain stuff. This video is really freaking long. I apologize. All of that being said, I'll see you. I need to get started. I need to get going on some more knitting projects. Hell yeah. Bye.